A very good morning. This is Ndejje TV at 8. My name is Marcy.
And Musoke Isaac.
But first, let's start with the stories making headlines.
The Maag outbreak.
Disease contained.
The impact of traffic jam on the business entity.
What is the future?
V8 engine 10 wheels and 40 tons.
Is Fuso Supergrade the future of transport industry?
Environment change in Uganda.
The causes. Good morning once again. My name is Marcy Kavahuma.
And Musoke Isaac.
Now the news in detail. The catastrophic times of Maag have put the nation at large at a panic station for the past 2 months. It is a viral disease spread from person to person through direct contact of body fluids like semen, vomiting, blood. However, the disease has been contained. Let's hear more from our reporter Ben.
3 days after a fatal case of Maag fever was diagnosed in Uganda, doctors at Maag Hospital said that disease is no longer a threat.
To curb this virus through sensitization among the health workers and the community at large, especially those who come to the hospital, within our fellow staff and also basically the patients.
Maag is a potentially life-threatening disease indigenous to Africa. The virus is very contagious, kills its victims in 2 to 3 days. Victims usually bleed, have red eyes and body swellings.
Apart from the doctors, the Maag disease, it is spread through body fluids, handshakes and everything like that. I am Ben Ndejje.
Thank you, Ben. Moving on. The impact of traffic jam on the business entity has become alarming, following the current trend at which vehicles are being imported into the country. Let's have a report from Ouma Andrew.
Standing right here in the heart of Kampala, it's indeed a rush hour with thousands of vehicles driving right behind me. However, with a statistical study that indicates nearly half of the ownership of these vehicles to the business players, one can be sure that definitely a number of business outlets are still closed at the moment.
There are millions of vehicles manufactured every year, among which Uganda imports over 2 million vehicles. The Volkswagen at 8.5 million, Toyota at 8.3, Nissan at 3.8, Ford at 3.1, and Suzuki at 2.4 per year. However, Toyota being the most highly imported in Uganda at the lowest price rates, the effect even becomes worse, affecting not only individuals, but most of all the business entities.
Evening and discretion is nearly any different from morning. Are there plans to curb down discretion and secure the business sector? And Ramona, what if for negative business?
Now, just like at any other levels of higher institutions, especially universities, it has so happened that the guild leadership is built on a foundation of political background. But does this apply to all institutions? Let's hear more from this.
Ndejje University vehemently denies the guild nominees from being affiliated to any political party. However, the vice guild president of the institution says this avoids an intelligent solidarity. He explains more.
The reason as why there is that solidarity within a student, that extra solidarity, it's like students tend to bring in that chaos. In that, they tend to follow only a political leader who is under their willing what? Political party.
The vice guild president went forward and explained that universities like Nkumba and Makerere went through a series of strikes influenced by the national political parties.
In the late 2013, the other strike that occurred at Makerere University, to my own analysis, some of the political leaders influenced the guild body to put some action.
He also believed that partisan politics is the root cause of division and strike in universities. Ndejje TV politics.
Did you know how powerful and effective truck carriers can be? Basing on the advancement in technology, we bring you a caption of how these function. Sandra Nahabwe has more of the story.
What you see here is not just a monster truck, but a fascination of technology. The Fuso Supergrade is the latest of its kind, promising so much.
This truck is a 350 horsepower engine. It is one of the modern type of engines. It differs much from the prototype kind of engines which we had, the earlier models, which had natural aspirated engines. For this one, it is a turbocharged engine and has got a 7-gearbox, the transmission.
With a V8 turbocharged engine producing up to 365 horsepower, 4,800 cc, this monster drags a load as heavy as 25 tons. A Fuso Super Great has a 6-cylinder engine and produces 365 bhp. I'm Sandra Nahawe, Ndejje.
Great story from Sandra Nahawe. There's always been another question amongst university entrants, especially the girls, on what's trendy. Many of them have affirmed that it is important to put on attires that are latest and match to avoid being trashy. Brenda Ashley reports about this.
Life, style, fashion as the brainchild of every female, mostly campus girls. It is well known that campus girls spend most of their time in the boutique choosing or selecting what to wear. Anyway, what do campus girls wear most? Let's hear more.
Okay, so I put on something because of the way I'm dressed. I don't want to put on flats or open shoes. So I put on a green jewelry because I have a green belt.
Leggings, what? But I personally don't love leggings because there are some people who put on leggings and a top. Someone puts on a legging and a top and their whole... it's actually fat people usually put on the leggings and the bums are out walking. I don't feel smart. Actually, to me, if you're putting on a legging and a very short top, you're naked.
Seeking to provide the latest trends as well as to educate consumers about aspects of fashion, the question still remains, do you know how to dress it right? Ashley, Brenda, Ndejje TV.
Moving on to environment, a question has always been posed as to what could be the tremendous cause of environment change. In a recap of our stories, we bring you some of the human activities that might have played a great role in tarnishing the natural chain. Kataza Joshua has more of the story.
As people continue to encroach on wetland, in Lubiji, a sewage treatment plant was constructed in between the wetlands. This has affected the water cycle in this place, and rain is scarce like it used to be before the construction of the plant.
Yes, you can actually see this place that before it was a swampy area, but because of what these people did, now water is no longer in this place. Brethren, what are you going to do about environment protection? And actually some of the flowers in this place, like you can greatly see this, it is now getting to dry. When you get to see it, it's becoming dry because of the water which is lacking in this place.
National Water built this plant mainly to recycle the sewage. What do you really think about this thing? Don't you think that this has greatly affected the environment?
On Ndejje TV, I am Kataza Joshua, Lubiji.
Thank you, Joshua. Now, the renowned press secretary to the president, Mr. Tamale Mirundi, has attacked Mansuli Semanda, commonly known as King Saha, over duet with Pius Mayanja, also known as Palazzo, for their song called Tamale Mirundi. Ben Baguma reports about this.
The renowned press secretary to the president, Mr. Tamale Mirundi, recently attacked Mansul Semanda, commonly known as King Saha, over his musical duet with Pius Mayanja, also known as Palazzo, for their song known as Tamale Mirundi.
So a man who doesn't know he's your father is disturbed. I hear somebody Bukenya gave him money, but to attack a Mirundi. He has two challenges. One, he doesn't know his biological father. Two, he's a marijuana smoker. People should help him to overcome the marijuana smoking before he talks about it.
This has become a common practice for Ugandan musicians to attack politicians through their songs. This follows the 2004 Africa song by Ronald Mayinja and the recent song by Bobby Wine, Tugambire ku Jennifer. What could be the problem? Anyway, let's watch the space. Baguma Ben, Ndejje TV.
Thank you, Ben Baguma, for that story. Moving on to sports. In a bid to contest in the African Cup of Nations next year in Morocco, Uganda Cranes coach Mitos Redejovic has invited Ethiopia to have a friendly match with the Uganda Cranes. Mayengo Godfrey brings you more of the story.
After Uganda Cranes losing 1-0 against Togo, the chance of qualifying to African Cup of Nations in Morocco is at stake. Uganda is in the third position in Group E with Ghana, Togo and Guinea. Coach Mitchell has invited the Ethiopian team for a friendly match that is set to take place on 11th November this year. Remember, Uganda has to win all the remaining 2 games against Ghana and Guinea if it is to qualify. Mayengo Godfrey, Ndejje TV.
Now, these are really catastrophic times of Maag. What would you do if your partner got infected? Would you stay and take care of them, or you'd actually run?
Really, that would put us to a moment of test, but I prefer it could be a topic for discussion another time. Okay. By the way, Mercy, do you think that political parties in universities could be the cause of strikes?
Well, basing on the different ideologies, I think they could. Really? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is Ndejje TV. Stay tuned for the next program, Music Jukebox.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Okay, I'm coming.
We know more about
Everyone would like to shop in Victoria's boutique, and this is actually reporting for NTV. No.
This follows the 2004 Ronald Mayanja song Africa and Tugambire ku Jennifer by Bobby Wine.
Tugambire.
Don't say Tugambire.
Kale chobososa osembe Africa.
Famous, even if you